package, or as low as $96 a month with the power of 3 years interest-free financing. LG 4K HD TVs with unparalleled picture quality. Save up to $2,800, or as low as $33 a month with 5 years interest-free. For the best deals on LG appliances, think outside the big box, because nobody beats Pat.
Do you need a new roof? Then you need to call Barrett Roofing. You can get the new roof you need today with time to pay. We offer payments of only $2.99 a month. So call Barrett Roofing. Call Barrett Roofing at 859-533-8433.
It's the first scratch-made pan pizza that all you have to do is bake. Introducing Papa Murphy's new pan pizza. Just $8 for a large. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
WLEX-TV News and Crime Stoppers. Since our partnership began last year, you've helped police solve several crimes and arrest nearly a dozen fugitives. Join the fight, keep our streets safe. Remember, your tips could lead to a cash reward.
The Wildcats will take on the Huskies tonight in Austin, Texas. Count on WLEX-TV News for your True Blue coverage. WLEX-TV News at 6 is next.
Count on WLEX-TV News.
Going for 9. Tip-off between the Cats and Huskies in just a few hours. We're live in True Blue, Texas. Police admit Saturday's crowds were a little more than anticipated. Their plans for tonight. And Carroll County now dealing with a 3rd and 4th mudslide.
WLEX-TV News at 6. Start now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Julie Dolan in for Kevin and Nancy. For those planning on celebrating outside tonight, it could be a wet one. Let's check right in with Chief Meteorologist Bill Mack. He's tracking your Storm Tracker forecast live. Bill?
Indeed, we are tracking, thunder showers that are out there. None of these have gotten close to severe yet, but the threat does remain, and so we are tracking again from essentially I-64 northward and 127 back to the west. We'll come in closer on the storm that's now passing just to the northwest of Lexington. This one is just scooted by the castle. It's now into the northwestern part of Fayette County. Again, wind gusts pushing 40 miles per hour with this, certainly. Going across the northern split there with I-75, back toward Leestown Road just to the west of Masterson Station, getting out there by the Woodford County line. So this is, again, a storm that is rocketing to the northeast at around 40 to 45 miles an hour. We are looking at others out there as well. We go a little further to the west. Coming now into Franklin County, there's Frankfort. You got Bald Knob, the northern part of the county, and that extends back into Shelby County around Peytona. Storms also to the south, and this one is approaching Perryville and also to the west of Harrodsburg. Look with our weather book camera from St. Joseph East over there on Richmond Road, looking back toward downtown Lexington. Again, kind of an angry-looking sky out there. Again, none of these storms have been severe, but we will continue to watch for that possibility. We'll have for you coming up in just a few minutes.
Bill, thanks. A little more than 3 hours from now, and the talk will be replaced by action. It's NCAA Championship night, and the Cats are going for number 9. Let's go to Keith Farmer and Kristen Flum. They join us live with your Texas True Blue coverage. Hey, guys.
Hey, Julie, welcome back to Arlington, Texas. You know, the fact that this is being played in North Texas is really special for a couple of reasons. The Harrison twins are from Texas. Julius is from Plano, which is not really far from here at all. Julius's grandmother hasn't seen him play since he was just a little boy, and she's actually here in Arlington. She told a reporter that I'm either going to be so excited that you're going to have to tie me down, or because of my age, I'm going to fall asleep. I'm not sure which one it'll be, but special nonetheless.
I don't know that she can go to sleep with the kind of games they've been playing lately. They've all been so close. I had a friend who said it's going to be a blowout tonight by 5. It very well could be. It's going to be one of those type games. These two teams, these programs have played against each other 4 times. Connecticut leads the series 3-1, but now all of those have come on neutral courts, and here we are with another neutral court game as Kentucky gets ready to go for its 9th championship. 8-3 in national championship games. This is the first time in NCAA history that a team is trying to do it with 5 starting freshmen. What's interesting about this team? Well, yesterday they were asked, why is Kentucky going to be the champion? And of course, Coach Cal chimed in quickly and said, be careful with the answer. You can take a listen to the one word they each chose to start off their answer.
If we are the champions tomorrow, it'll be because we did it together, played hard, and trusted each other.
Aaron? If we are the champions tomorrow, it's because we just came together and we're playing for each other and we're just having a lot of fun.
Andrew?
If we do become the champions, just because that we had fun and I felt like it was a regular game. We just played together and played for each other.
If being the key word, because they didn't want to have any bulletin board material over there for Connecticut to look at, and it was kind of a tricky question for them.
Remember that South Carolina loss when a lot of people wrote the Cats off in the postseason?
Yeah.
Well, there was at least one guy from Berea who didn't. Instead, Tyler Austin went out and got inked. He got a 9th national championship banner tattooed. Well, people called him crazy, called him everything under the sun. Well, he's here in Dallas thanks to some free tickets and a road Camry. And Brianna Gilroy sat down with him this morning to talk to who some are calling the Kentucky Prophet.
It's crazy. You know, I never thought I'd be watching Kentucky play a national championship in person.
For Tyler Black, the past few weeks have been a little crazy.
When I first tweeted it, I just wanted the players to see it, you know, show them that people out here still have faith in them. And once Willie retweeted it, it just blew up.
Since getting this tattoo declaring Kentucky national champs, he says he's received some odd requests.
Someone said something to me about getting a tattoo of him marrying Kate Upton or something like that. I don't know. I've got a lot of goofy responses, but yeah, people are asking me if I'm psychic and things like that.
Black says he's not lucky and he's definitely not a prophet.
I just wanted to do something, show the players that people out here still have faith in them, and, you know, show fans, you know, have a little faith.
Covering the news in Arlington from the LEX-18 mobile newsroom, back to you.
And get this, Black has been to one Kentucky game. It was a 2011-2012 preseason game against Marist. Guess what happened in 2012? We won national championship. Mojo.
Sounds good. More coming up later in sports. Julie, back to you.
All right, looking forward to it, guys. Thanks. As fans prepare for the championship game, Lexington police are still dealing with the effects of the last game. One office building in particular was turned into a scene this morning when bullet holes were discovered multiple floors along Waller Avenue. LEX-18's Adam Weiner continues our coverage.
And there was actually a piece of a bullet that came through the window, and there was glass everywhere, all through the office, and then I come down here and found that.
That is a gunshot that went through an empty office on the ground floor. Shauna Taylor, who works on the 3rd floor, suspects the shots were fired during Saturday's post-game celebration.
We figured it out pretty quick what had happened.
Lexington police officers tell me that some of the maintenance workers that were here on Sunday found 3 shell casings sitting in the parking lot here. They believe the shots were fired from around where I'm standing into this building, aiming on different floors. One shot into the ground floor was found, another shot into a 3rd floor office building that is a pediatric center. That's where Shauna Taylor works. It's just a couple blocks from the now notorious State Street.
It's just a bad reflection on us as a whole. I love to celebrate too, but that's taking it a little too far.
There's no surveillance cameras here, and Lexington police tell me that without it, landing an arrest will be unlikely. Covering the news in Lexington, Adam Weiner, LEX-18 News.
And of taking it too far, couches beware. When tonight's game ends, it won't take long for thousands of fans to crowd the streets of Lexington, and many of them won't hesitate as we play with fire. Police are gearing up for whatever come. LEX-18's Josh Breslow continues our big story team coverage.
80 fires, about 40 injuries, and 21 arrests. Saturday night along State Street is a type of chaotic scene we've become very familiar with over the last few weeks.
People in trees, people lighting some fire.
People stacked on top of one another and just tons of rioting.
The crowds that night, at least on State, were larger than police expected. Even more folks turned out than in 2012 after the national championship game. So tonight, Lexington police, they're going all out.
For our department, this will be the largest deployment we've ever had. University
Police will have their eyes all over using a system of 800 cameras. As for State Police, troopers will guard Limestone. And while couches tend to be the ones attacked during the times of celebration, at least one organization hopes that won't happen this time. This signpost at Lexington's Community Inn reads, quote, "Don't burn couches, we need them. Go Cats," end quote.
We want to bring up the bluegrass in style and be on national TV representing the city of Lexington in a very positive manner, not a negative one.
Covering the news in Lexington, Josh Breslow, LEX-18 News.
And tip-off is set for 9:10 tonight between the Cats and Huskies. Join us on LEX-18 Evening Edition at 7 as we continue our live team coverage from True Blue, Texas. Carroll County road crews cleaned up their 4th mudslide since Friday. As LEX-18's Ivory Heck reports, one of those slides blocked traffic on Highway 6 for several hours last night and cut off power to several homes.
It's a slide that took down whole trees and piled mud across Highway 36.
Mud was clean out the center of the road.
Blocking the road once again, about a half mile from Friday's slide that flattened a vacant home.
It's very much so. And our children are quite concerned.
Bob Marlette lives on the hill that gave way, taking out the ground just feet from the outbuildings of his home.
I heard the trees and so forth snapping as they fell and rushing down the hill.
He says he's been through this before.
This is already once.
The landslide sits right next to this wall. County officials say it was built after another landslide broke off here about 4 years ago.
That one happened right in front of Marlette's home. He said while it's dangerous, he doesn't want to move because he likes his location overlooking the Ohio River. County officials say they are worried more mudslides could happen as rainy conditions persist. Covering the news in Carroll County, Ivory Hecker, LEX-18 News.
And we'll be right back.
LEX-18 True Blue Texas, sponsored by Kent One Health.
Now that you can mix and match two famous sandwiches for $5, you could use that second sandwich to say I'm sorry.
I forgive you.
Or to earn a promotion.
I'd like to offer you a job.
But I already work here.
Super.
But you're better off keeping it yourself.
Dude, you ate my sandwich again.
Mix them or match them. Two of Arby's most famous roast beef sandwiches for $5. Arby's.
Shh, he's coming! Everyone hide!
Play Kentucky Lottery's 25th anniversary scratch-off game for a chance to win the grand prize of $25,000 a year for 25 years. And now, enter any eligible non-ticket for a chance to win a $25,000 grand prize or one of 25 $2,500 prizes.
This is deck now. But after a visit to Oak Factory,
this is what your deck can look like. Fun and comfy outdoor furniture with Sombrella fabrics to choose from.
check out the Panama Jack collection, even bicycles and outdoor rugs.
Sunroom furniture you'll love.
Order now to have it ready for spring.
Oak Factory's outdoor furniture sale going on now.
Home security can be easier than you think. Whether you're a first-time customer or you're unhappy with your current service, Bates simplifies security and makes switching your service to Bates easy. You keep your existing equipment and we do the rest. Switch your system today and get 3 months monitoring. It's time to make the switch. Bates Security. Protecting what matters most.
Wider, brighter, strong and healthy. O'Donnell Family Dentistry.
Your smile solution.
LEX-18 Max Track Live Doppler in partnership with Kentucky Utilities.
Welcome back to LEX-18 News at 6. It was a scary scene outside Rowan County Senior High this morning. Sheriff's deputies and an ambulance were called to the intersection of Viking Drive in Moorhead after a student was hit by a car. LEX-18's Jessica Reyes reports.
It was a scary start to the school day. A student in the middle of the street with a head injury after she was hit by a car. She was crossing the street to get to school.
She went over the top of the car and it hit the windshield. It took out a hole of the windshield and then shattered an area, so big.
The 15-year-old got out of her mother's car when another car in the opposite direction didn't stop. Her mother honked her horn to try to get the driver's attention, but it was too late.
There were some tears and there was a lot of anger, so we're just trying to keep the scene as calm as we could.
The girl was taken to the hospital where she had one stitch put in the back of her head.
They checked every bone and they did ultrasounds and they've been giving her tests all morning and she is fine.
With the speed limit being 15 miles per hour and several pedestrian crossing signs, school administrators say they're not taking any chances.
This has never been a problem for us, but of course with today this happening, we're going to put a teacher in that area too from now on.
Officials say the driver has been cooperating with the investigation. Covering the news in Rowan County, Jessica Reyes, LEX-18 News.
And we're tracking some showers and thunderstorms. Bill Meck has a look at your storm tracker forecast when we come right back.
The Good Housekeeping represents a promise.
From one of the most respected testing labs in America.
Window World is one of 3 companies in this entire nation whose windows have earned this seal.
Window World, simply the best for less.